Today, we'll be exploring the chilling story of Ivan Milat, the infamous Australian backpacker murderer. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest true crime content. Let's delve into the harrowing tale of Ivan Milat and his reign of terror.
Welcome. This is Crime Recall.
Between 1989 and 1993, 7 young backpackers went missing in New South Wales, Australia. The picturesque Belanglo State Forest would soon become the macabre burial ground for these travelers. The gruesome discoveries would shock the nation and lead to one of the most extensive manhunts in Australian history, ultimately revealing the monstrous acts of a man named Ivan Milat. The first victims were British backpackers Caroline Clark and Joanne Walters, who went missing in April 1992. Their remains were discovered in September 1992 by a local man searching for firewood. They had been brutally stabbed and shot, and their bodies were partially buried. The discovery prompted a massive police search of the area, which led to the unearthing of more victims. In October 1993, the bodies of Australian couple Deborah Everest and James Gibson were found. They had gone missing in December 1989. These gruesome discoveries were followed by the recovery of German backpackers Simon Schmiedel, Gabor Naigobar, and Anya Habshid, who vanished in January 1991 and December 1991, respectively. The modus operandi was disturbingly consistent. All victims had been bound, tortured, and brutally murdered, with many exhibiting stab wounds and gunshot injuries. The savagery of the crime sent shockwaves throughout Australia, and the international community watched in horror as the case unfolded. Australian law enforcement was under immense pressure to find the person responsible for these heinous acts. Detectives formed a task force called Task Force Air to apprehend the killer. He investigated over 5,000 persons of interest and received more than 3,000 tips from the public. The breakthrough came in 1994 when a British backpacker named Paul Onions narrowly escaped the clutches of the murderer. Onions had accepted a ride from a man calling himself Bill, while hitchhiking near the Belanglo State Forest. During the trip, Bill pulled a gun on Onions, who managed to flee and flag down a passing motorist. The driver, Joanne Berry, took Onions to the police station to report the incident. The police eventually connected Onions' account to the backpack murders. In April 1994, Onions identified Ivan Milat from a series of photographs, leading investigators to focus their efforts on him. Milat, born in 1944, was an Australian road worker with a long history of violence and criminal activity. On May 22, 1994, over 50 police officers descended upon Milat's home in Eagle Vale, a suburb of Sydney. The search revealed a trove of evidence linking Milat to the murders, including personal belongings of the victims, firearms, and camping equipment. Investigators also discovered a cache of weapons and tools, some of which were used in the attacks. Simultaneously, police searched the homes of Milat's family members, uncovering more evidence implicating Ivan and his possible accomplices. However, only Ivan Milat would ultimately stand trial for the backpacker murders. Ivan Milat's trial began in March 1996, and the prosecution presented a mountain of circumstantial and forensic evidence. Paul Onion's testimony was crucial as it provided a chilling account of Milat's modus operandi and firmly placed him at the scene of the crimes. The trial was extensively covered by the media, and the public followed every detail with a mixture of fascination and revulsion. The defense attempted to cast doubt on the evidence and suggested that other members of the Milat family could have been involved in the murders. However, the prosecution's case was strong, and the jury ultimately found Ivan Milat guilty of the 7 backpacker murders. On July 27, 1996, Milat was sentenced to 7 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. He was also convicted of the attempted murder, false imprisonment, and robbery of Paul Onions. The judge described Milat's crimes as calculated and sadistic, and said that he showed no remorse for his actions. Ivan Milat spent the remainder of his life in prison, where he continued to maintain his innocence. He passed away on October 27, 2019, from terminal esophageal cancer, never revealing any remorse or further details about his crimes. The backpacker murders left an indelible mark on Australia, forever changing the way people viewed hitchhiking and the safety of backpacking in the country. The case also exposed the dark side of human nature and the capacity for unspeakable evil that can lurk within seemingly ordinary individuals. The legacy of Ivan Milat's heinous crime serves as a stark reminder to remain vigilant, cautious, and to trust our instincts when traveling or encountering strangers. The story of the Australian backpacker murderer will forever remain ingrained in the collective consciousness of the nation and the global community, standing as a testament to the importance of safety, awareness, and the power of persistence in the pursuit of justice. Over the years, investigators have speculated that there could be more undiscovered victims of Ivan Milat, and there have been attempts to link him to other unsolved cases. However, no definitive connections have been established, leaving many questions unanswered. The chilling tale of Ivan Milat has inspired several books, documentaries, and even a featured film called Wolf Creek, which serves as a loose adaptation of the horrifying events. These retellings aim to spread awareness about the case and to honor the memory of the victims, ensuring that their stories are never forgotten. Thank you for joining us today as we explore the haunting story of Ivan Milat, the Australian backpacker murderer. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Australia's most notorious true crime cases, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more captivating true crime stories. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated to our latest content.